What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of The Scoop. I'm Jason. I'm here with Nate. We're here on a wonderful Saturday morning. Usually we record on Thursdays, but we had a little bit of struggle issues where we never got the chance to record on the last 2 days. So it's Saturday morning, and we're recording our podcast. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I actually like the idea of a Saturday morning podcast. Usually when we record these, it's been a long day. A lot has happened.
Yeah,
and today I'm tired, but today I've got some good sleep. My mind is fresh and I'm ready to go. It feels good, actually.
I'm feeling good today too. Like, I woke up a little bit ago, probably like hour and a half ago, feeling really good, and I'm ready to start this podcast because like usually it is at the end of the day. And we're really tired, and like really your brain like burnt all of its like chemicals for the day, and you're just tired.
Yeah.
So now we have a fresh mind, you know.
Glad that we get to do this early in the morning. I didn't feel the greatest when I woke up, but took a shower, got some breakfast, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a new setup here. Last time we had an issue where like I would use my microphone and he would use his. And we'd both record our mics on our Audacity on each different computer. Audacity is like the recording program. And it would like echo. Like my mic would pick up a little bit of his mic. Actually, it didn't. My mic didn't pick up yours. Your mic's just the crappy one, dude. So it picked up mine. So
well, whose microphone are we using today?
Yeah, we're using yours.
Thank you.
Because his microphone is the Blue Yeti. Oh crap, I gotta watch like if you hit this, it could vibrate. But yeah, his microphone is the Blue Yeti, and you can change the setting. So now we have it set so like one person is on each side, and it records each side of the microphone. Usually we have it set so it's only recording one side, and that's how my microphone already is. So, microphone talk. We already made everybody leave because they're like, we don't want to hear about microphones.
Well, every single episode, I think we start by talking about our new setup because every episode we've had a new setup.
That's fine. I guess
we're experimenting.
We're
experimenting.
We still got pillows surrounding us. We feel like we're in like a little fort, like a kid again. Yeah, that's cool.
I like me a fort. Brings me back to simpler days, simpler times.
So I wanted to start it off with like what I've been doing lately. Like I remember when New Year's came, I was like all ambitious like every single year to start all these goals and stuff like that. And I wasn't really doing them that much, but then like about a week ago, I started at least. I've been going to the SAC, and it's where it's kind of like a YMCA almost for our college, and that's what I've been doing. I've been going there, and I've been going to the sauna, and I sit in there for like 40 minutes, and I sweat out all my toxins.
Get all sweaty.
And yeah, I'm really enjoying going to the sauna lately because like, it clears your face, and it's really good for your skin. And me being a teenager, I still have a little bit of acne. And the sauna really helps with that. It makes all the acne come out of your skin. So like right now, my face, it's not looking the best, but like it's all working its way out. And I can't wait to see that in like a week after like 2 weeks of going to the sauna every day. Like, what's that going to be like? That'll be cool.
Going to the sauna, it feels really good just to know after I finish all my classes today, I can go relieve all my stress, forget about everything else going on, and just sit in the sauna and relax for a bit after classes. It's nice. Like,
yeah, it's nice, dude. Like, I really like going there every day. I'm so glad that opened because, like, the whole first half of the year, we didn't even have that option. Mm-mm. And I remember being pissed because I love saunas. But now we can go to it every day. It's almost like it's ours.
I'd only been in one sauna before this one opened up, so it was like a whole new world to me. But it's a world that I really like the world. And now we're gonna start playing pool after the sauna.
Yeah, dude, I love billiards, and I want to start playing pool. I want to get a lot better at that because I used to play a lot, and I'm actually in a league at my house. But I kind of lost my skills because I haven't been playing up here much, so I need to get better at that. But the sauna, dude. Along with the sauna comes some problems like people, like etiquette. Sauna etiquette 101 right here is like everybody does this. They walk in the sauna and okay, like these are public saunas for my listeners here. And so they're pretty busy. Like there's people going in and out of them and stuff. They're usually pretty full, like 10, I'd say 10 people in them, would you say?
At least.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're
More.
super crowded.
And people go in and out of them, but some people know that like when you leave, you're supposed to shut the door fast. And some people will leave and they'll open the door all the way and they'll just be like, yeah, go let all the heat out first and then I'm gonna leave.
And they don't even like close it themselves. They let it slowly swing
yeah.
shut. And I'm like, thank you for letting out all the heat that we've been trapping in the last 10 minutes. Thank you.
And all the heat leaving is keeping the door from like shutting. I don't know if you notice it shuts
and
really
then we lose
slow.
Yes, and we lose all of the progress that we just
Like,
made getting that heat in there.
You dick. Yeah, I
don't
hate it, dude, because like, and then sometimes people will be like trying to be nice and they'll be going in the sauna and they'll like, this one dude is like, oh, there's a group of hot chicks really far away. Understandable. There's some good looking chicks. I want to let him in the sauna. It's understandable. You want to like hold the door open for him. But this guy, you can't do that for the sauna. That's one place where it's not okay.
Do not hold the door open.
Because he holds it open,
for the
and these chicks are never hold the door open for girls. Never.
In the sauna. That
Yeah.
is. Okay.
You hold the door open, and then like he waits like 30 seconds for all the people to walk over, and then to get in, and then he shuts the door behind him. And like this always seems to happen right after you pour water on the rocks. Like you're trying to get nice and hot, you're sitting in there. And then people are just like, nope, I'm just going to ruin all your progress. Let me just hold the door open here. Let's heat the pool room. I want the pool room to be hotter.
Let's have a conversation with the door open. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's funny, dude. So, yeah, that's some sauna talk. I really like going to the sauna.
Talk. Me too.
I want to start working at bettering myself, like, in multiple ways, because, like...
That's what I was just talking about last night.
Actually, after this podcast, I plan on doing some homework. It's
Me
a
too.
Saturday.
Me
it's
too.
a Saturday, it's going to be a Saturday, like, afternoon after we're done with this. And I'm going to do some homework instead of, like, doing my normal Saturday activities, just sitting around doing absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah, I usually leave everything for Sunday, but... I can't do that now, and like you said, I want to better myself in so many different ways right now. I plan on going to work out after we do this, and that'll be my 4th straight day, and that's probably never happened in my entire life, believe it or not. I've never really been one to go and work out.
Really?
But...
No? Really? I thought you worked out every day,
all the time, dude. You know. That's why I leave all the time. I'm always working out, not getting food.
Always getting big, dude.
But no, I really want to better myself in that way. I've been trying to do better at studying more for my classes. I want to get homework done today, so I don't have so much to worry about all on Sundays. And I don't know, I'm trying to better myself in a lot of ways right now.
Yeah.
I want to be successful. I want to look good, feel good, so I got to put in the work to do it, and that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Like having my first year of college, being in it right now, about over halfway done. I think I've grown up like a decent amount. Like I was still a freaking kid. I'm still a kid. I really am, but like I was so much less mature literally like 7 months ago than I am now. I feel like I'm still really immature, yeah, but I think I'm a little more mature. Because I don't know, I realized recently, like while in college, is I'm an adult now, basically. I'm 18, I'm legally an adult in America. And I think once you're an adult, that's when you gotta start like taking responsibilities for stuff. And like I gotta start focusing on my future. I wanna make myself prepared for the future. I don't want to screw myself over now and just set myself up for a hard time in the future. Like, I don't want to do that to myself.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And see, the thing is, before I was here, I knew that I was getting older. I was going to have to be more independent and building my future, but it didn't really set in until I was here, and I've been here for like 4 or 5 months now, whatever it is, and I've grown.
7.
Is it really?
I think so, dude.
Time has gone by so fast, but no, being here has made me realize like what's gonna happen after like 4 or 5 years from now, where I'm gonna be, what I'm going to like. It's time to crack down. Like
where you're gonna be in 4 years is what you're doing now decides that. Like it decides.
Before I was here, I think I kind of was taking it the same way as high school, like. Starting high school, I was like, okay, I have 4 years of this, and then this will all be over. But this it's actually the first step to, like, it's not just in 4 years it'll be over. In 4 years, I'll be done
That's
with
the
this
start
part.
of your life,
But this
dude.
is educating myself for what I'm going to be doing the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Essentially,
dude, it's
like
crazy.
virtually. So I don't know. It's crazy. All what college is. It's a first step to the rest of your life, really.
And do you know what I notice is like, oh my god, I totally just forgot my thought. Actually, you know, I know it. Okay, I know
All
it.
right.
Okay.
All right.
Like the first 18 years of your life is like a trial. It's almost like, here's your free trial version of life. You get to live under your parents. They pay for your food. They pay for your clothes. They pay for your. At least for me, I got lucky. That I guess that's not the same for everybody. I can't assume that's everybody. But there was like a free trial of life. You don't have to, like, you don't have all the responsibilities adults have. And when you're younger, like, you see your parents making money and stuff, and you're like, I want to be older. I want to be like them and make money, have a job. But then when you get older, you're like, holy crap, life hits you like a wall with so many responsibilities at the age of 18. It's not that many, though. Like, I'm saying that now. When I, like, probably look at myself 2 or 3 years from now, I'll be like, bruh, you that's nothing. But, like, anyways, that's basically how it is.
See, I think it's kind of the same thing for everyone. Everyone is wishing that they were older, wish that they could wish that they were on their own without their parents, had a job and money. But then once you're older, then you wish you could go back. So that's why I just think you should never wish your life away. Like, always
Never.
wishing to be
Live in the moment.
like in the future. That's, I mean, sure, make goals for yourself.
Have you ever done that?
What's that?
Sorry, did I just interrupt you? Keep going. I'll
No,
let you finish your thought.
You're
and
good.
then-
No, I was.
You're basically done with it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask you, like, have you ever, when you were younger, kind of wished your life away? Like, you're like, I just
Yeah.
can't wait till I'm older. And then now I'm like, wow, my high school years are gone. That's over. It was fun. I had a good time.
Me too.
But,
Me too.
like, it's done. I kind of wish I would have cherished that a little bit more.
Me too.
I wish I would have realized, like, you gotta realize that now, too, while we're in college. We're gonna look at college and be like, those were great times. And you gotta, like, cherish the moment. Be like, we're in college right now. These are gonna be some of the great years of our lives.
See, and that's the thing. Like, college, it's a tough time because it's you have some of your best experiences in college, but also it's some of your times with the heaviest stress. You have so much riding on this. You have homework and tests that you have to do well in your classes so you can get into the right programs that you want, to get the job you want, to be the successful person that you want to be. But at the same time, you're having fun. There's so many opportunities that you have to, like, guide your life. It's filled with good times and stressful times, but you have to cherish it. You can't wish it all away, because then you're just, like, losing the opportunity.
Yeah, live in
for,
the moment.
for
That's what I'm saying.
experiences. Yes, live in the moment. Don't wish your future away. I mean, I'm just starting out
We
here.
sound like we're old people
I do
giving
this all the
advice.
time. Yeah, I'm
We
a
sound like
semester
we're,
through
like,
college.
60-year-old
I'm a
men.
semester through college, but you know.
Yep. You're just so smart, dude. You just know the answers to everything.
Yeah,
Please tell me more.
I don't know. I'm pretty much. I know all the answers of the world. So if you have any questions, just, I don't know, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know
We
anything.
don't get
really.
comments, dude. Like, honestly, I don't really care. This podcast, we're in episode 5. We don't have much of an audience, really, but that's okay. It's okay, dude. Like,
You
you
gotta
gotta
start somewhere. Yes.
Yeah. Shoot, dude.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that was weird. That was cringy.
A little bit, little cringe. Sorry.
I gotta take a drink of my water here real quick. So, yep. I guess we could start getting into our topics for today's episode. I have a few articles that I have picked out. That's what we do every episode. Me and Nate, like, throughout the week, we both go on Reddit. It's funny, though, actually. Like, I got both of you and John to start using Reddit now. It's awesome, dude. Reddit is, like, I love it so much because it's, like, almost it's like a live newspaper that anybody can post. That's basically, doesn't that sound like a good description for it, kind of?
Yeah, exactly. It's
And
really
got all
interesting to
different
me
sections
because I didn't really know anything much about Reddit at all until you started talking about it. And now I actually find myself looking at it, like, multiple times throughout the
Really?
day. And yeah, and I find it's really interesting. Like, on Ask Reddit and stuff, people are asking questions that like I've thought about before, and it's interesting to read other people's responses and their thought processes, and it makes me think of things in a different way that I didn't really before, and it's really interesting to me. Actually,
you can really learn a lot on Reddit from just hearing somebody else's like basically you can put yourself that was loud I just said that so loud but basically you can put yourself in other people's shoes, and that kind of like it helps a lot because there's thousands of different shoes you can put yourself in on Reddit, and you can just see what somebody's opinion is on something, and nobody's opinion is false. So like actually there can be false but you know what I mean, basically.
Well, everyone has their own opinion, and opinions aren't necessarily false because it's your thought. Like, it's with an opinion, it's your thought on whether it's true or it's false. But I don't know, it's interesting because you're learning more about what other people think, but then learning more about what other people think and analyzing that yourself, you actually learn more about what you believe in too, I think. And that's
it makes
what's
your belief stronger.
Yes, it can maybe change your opinion. Like, maybe you are seeing something that you didn't see before, or maybe it's really making you realize like that you're committed to what you believe.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've got some interesting articles today. Actually, like, do you know what? Shoot, I was gonna use one, but then I want to start with the other one. So
okay.
I just read, actually, this was this morning while I was taking a dump. Japan is planning to build the world's largest floating solar power plant. And it's going to be like, they have a reservoir for electricity, but they're going to build, there's a picture I have right here. They're building the solar plant, like, do you know how the dam, when there's a dam, like the water behind it, it's just kind of like a lake? They're building a power plant of solar panels across that lake, like over the water. That's so cool to me. Because, like, I don't know if you've realized, so many countries are like dropping their coal power plant plans and like their plans for electricity or energy that's what's it called, not renewable. They're all canceling those and starting to do renewable stuff. And like solar and wind power is like the future. I actually saw an article too along with this. I don't have it pulled up, but I remember it. Just recently this year, like 2017, wind power jobs has surpassed every other energy job in the world. So really? The most, like, the energy, I'm trying to think of the word, like, the company with the most, oh my gosh, I'm not doing good with this, man. Basically, the most jobs for energy are all in the wind sector. There we go, sector.
Okay,
That's what I meant. So, like, it's not coal, it's not nuclear power, it's not solar, it's now wind. And that was not, I think it used to be coal. I think it used to be like not renewable energy sources. But now the number one leading job for energy is a renewable energy source. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Humans are making progress. We're trying not to destroy the crap out of Earth anymore, like we've been doing for the last 100 years.
It's taken a couple thousand years, but we're starting to figure out how to not destroy our planet.
We're making progress, dude.
It takes time, and we're making progress. And like, I'm trying to better myself. The world's trying to better the country, and I mean the world. You know, I'm throwing all my words around. I
don't know if you noticed though, or I don't know if you knew this. Like, we make a lot of progress. Like, think about it. I think it was like, I don't remember how many years ago. I'm guessing over 100 or maybe more. New York and like big cities like New York, they would literally dump their sewage in the river. Like, it literally, everyone's sewage and all those buildings they're living in just goes right to the river.
And that sounds so crazy for me to hear now. I'm like, why would you ever dump your sewage in the river?
Imagine
You're ruining a fresh water source. Like,
imagine now though, with how big New York is, imagine if they just dumped their sewage in the river. There are cities in India that are still like that. There are cities in India that don't have plumbing, that have populations. Sorry, I don't know if that spit just hit you.
It was next to me. It didn't hit me.
Okay. Did you see it though?
I saw it. I saw it leave your mouth.
Yeah, I was like firing 100 miles an hour. There are cities in India though that don't even have plumbing, and they still go in the backyard and take a shit, right, and dig a hole and they just put it right in the hole. And that's everywhere. That's going to be so bad in like 10 years or so. I don't know how long, but that's going to be so bad. Think
well, they've
about
been doing it for a long time, so I'm
It's gonna
sure
be
if it was only taking 10
horrible.
years, it would have happened already. But
their
over time,
it's going to be bad.
yes, population's growing constantly.
Lots of disease
everywhere.
is going to happen, dude.
Yeah, it's not good. That's not the right way to be moving. That's the opposite of bettering the world. But I think they'll learn eventually. We'll help. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out.
So this new solar plant that they're building, I'm reading right now that it's gonna take 8,000 tons less of carbon dioxide that would have been produced to make that energy with another source. It's gonna take those away. Like if it was supposed to be another source, that would have added 8,000 tons of carbon dioxide. I don't know how much that is, honestly, but it said that's equivalent to burning 19,000 barrels of oil. So that's
Wow.
a lot of oil.
That is, yeah.
Because I don't remember. Do you know how many gallons are in an oil or in a drum of oil? I have to figure this out. So, how many gallons are in a drum of oil? Can you actually look that up right now, really quick? I can't
Yes.
fact, but be quiet because I don't want the mic to. Okay, because I'm still reading this. I don't want to go off to that. So, it says that also it's gonna produce enough electricity to power 5,000 houses a year. So that's a lot of houses.
Yeah,
It might not be that big of a chunk, but it adds up. Like that's just one
over
step.
time.
Yeah, it's just one step to being.
I did find the answer to the question. So it is 42 U.S. gallons.
Are in a barrel of oil. So 42 times 19,000 barrels is how much gas it's saving, basically. That's a lot. I'm not going to multiply that right now, but that's a lot of fuel.
Adds up. It adds up.
That's enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just find that interesting because that's just, like, we're getting further into the future. And soon, I bet, in like 10, 15 years, we're not even going to have coal power plants. I don't know how long. I swear, I say 10 to 15 years, or like 10 years. I say that stuff all the time. I'm just guessing. I don't know, but I know
progress will
every
be made
country is
within
really
that time.
cracking down on that. China canceled their plan to build like tons. It was multiple power plants. They canceled those and instead are building solar power plants. They're just like, nope, scratch that. We can't do that. And I don't know if it kind of scares me that every country's doing this, because what if like all these world leaders know something we don't and they're like, holy crap, we gotta take action. I don't know.
It's
I don't
crazy
know.
for me to
Have you thought about
wonder
that,
how like what world leaders know, what some people know that we don't. Like
Yeah.
how much do they know that we don't know? Like I don't know. I'm always curious of that. Really. Like
Did you know, I was actually reading this thing the other day. Donald Trump thinks he thinks there's something like fishy about 9/11. This was like a 10-year ago recording, so you might have a different opinion now, but I was listening to it, and he's now our world leader now. So like that's why I'm talking about this. He's the U.S.'s
the world leader.
I mean, kind of
Our
though.
world. I mean,
I mean,
yeah, and he plays a part.
Kind of though. The
world
U.S.
leaders have
leader-
to work together in some way, so he has a part in leading the world.
And kind of, dude, the U.S. leader is kind of the most powerful leader in the world. They really are.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, that's not like why I said that, but I'm just saying that now to back up my false saying, make me sound less dumb. So where was I going? Oh yeah, so he has built buildings in New York, like skyscrapers, right? And so you think he knows his stuff about like building big buildings. Like he's not an engineer, I don't think he knows like all the physics and stuff it comes into building giant skyscrapers, but he knows a good amount of that. He knows more than your average person for sure. And he had like one of his engineers look at like this just the facts about the Twin Towers during 9/11, and like those were one of the most powerful, well-built towers in like years. Like some of the best towers built and like most sturdy and well built architecture projects in so long. Like some of the best in the United States. And I'm pretty sure like these buildings were so solid. And Trump was saying how his engineer says there's no way a plane hitting that building would cause it to fall because of how sturdy those buildings are and how well built they are. He's saying there's no possible way a plane like that would knock a building that big and that powerful down because they're made with, I don't remember what kind of steel he said, but like the way they engineered the windows, they did it like almost like a diamond, kind of like a triangle thing. And that's like, I think a triangle is like one of the most sturdy shapes. I'm pretty sure I learned that. Have you learned that in class before? Like a triangle is like one of the most sturdy building shapes to build with for like support. That's how that building was built. And a plane hitting that, that's just, Trump said like there's no way it would knock the building down. Like I'm not saying I think 9/11 is like staged or something, but like because I don't know my facts about that. I
actually watched one of those conspiracy videos. There's one on Netflix actually. I'm trying to remember the name, but it's about an hour and a half long and it has like 3 different big conspiracies. And there's one all about 9/11. I watched that a few years ago. I don't really remember too much. I'm trying to remember. You told me something, I think it was a few weeks ago, about they were doing construction in the Twin Towers around that time on like the same floors that were hit.
That's another thing. The same floors on both different towers were in construction at the time. Like they were renovated weeks before prior to 9/11. And it's just weird. Like there's just something weird about that. Honestly, my real opinion on 9/11 is I think there's a lot of stuff we don't know about it because for our own good. I feel like it's for our own good. And yeah, that's basically my opinion on it. I don't think it's like staged. I don't think the U.S. government had a play in it or anything. No. But just the fact that somebody like Trump, who specializes in like he builds giant skyscrapers, saying that he had one of his engineers that builds his projects said that he, oh my god, this just sounds, I'm just having like a cluster of my words. Crap. The fact that he said there's no way a plane, it would take way more than that to knock a building like that down, that kind of makes me think for a minute. Like that's, I believe him.
Yeah, see what
he
I
knows
think
what he's
is
saying.
that
He's an architect. He would know, don't you think?
Yeah. See, like you said, I don't think that it was a staged thing that the U.S. government tried to do. I don't know, like put on this show.
To war in Iraq.
Yeah, that was not.
No.
That's way far stretched. Everyone with the Bush did 9/11. No, Bush probably did not do 9/11 himself.
Nor did he know about it.
Exactly. I think that there probably is some stuff that we do not know about 9/11 for the good of the general public, but I do not think that it was a staged occurrence by any means.
No, there's no way. Like,
why would we do that
Bush,
to ourselves?
He would have been exposed. If that was Bush, he definitely would have been caught.
Yeah, why would everyone stick up and be on his side? And why would the
They
whole government be on his side and keeping this from everyone?
No, not possible. Not in any way possible.
The way the media is, and I don't know about you, but not everyone in your life is 100% loyal and going to stick by your side. There's always going to be somebody out of everyone in the government that would have said something now, Now, if 9/11 was to happen now, with like the way social media is, there wasn't really social media back then like it is now. I don't even think there really was. I think there probably would have been stuff that would have been found, because nowadays when something happens in the government or like something that is very big news, there's thousands of people on social media that all do their investigating and they all collectively work together to investigate. I don't know if you knew this, but the Boston Marathon bombing, those two or was it 2 or 3? I don't remember. Those bombers, they got caught because of Reddit and other things. Actually a picture, somebody posted a picture from a webcam of a guy, one of the bombers, wearing this hat.
and they're like, where does this hat come from? We don't know. If we can find where he got this hat, this would help. And somebody that was reading the Reddit post, out of the thousands of people that have seen it, they saw that and they knew where that hat came from. And they were able to see where that hat was from. It was from like a small city, I don't know, somewhere in Middle East. I don't even remember. I just remember hearing about this. And they ended up finding where he lived. And like that was literally like the lead crack for them to find out like where those guys came from. And without the power of social media, would that have happened?
Yeah, see what I think now is no.
That would not have happened. We might not have caught
One thing
them.
is, in 2001, 16 and a half years ago when 9/11 happened, we didn't have social media like we do now. Like, it's really progressed since then. And also, I think that, like, 9/11 happening, it has brought, it changed a lot of security, like, for
Maybe
the country.
for the better.
And I do think for the better. It was kind of it's a tough awakening, but it was definitely a wake-up call to, like, our security here.
Yeah.
And, like, detecting these things happening online. Now, through the internet and all the detections, like, we can really, like, protect ourselves and our country more. But did you see, the two guys that snuck into the Super Bowl? Did you see?
Yeah, that was supposed to be what was it, like Homeland Security, I don't remember, stage 1, or like, I don't remember what they call it, something 1, like A1 security. That was supposed to be the top security there is.
Yeah, the Super Bowl, there's millions and millions of people, not just in the US, but around the world. So many people are tuned into the Super Bowl. It's a big event, thousands and thousands of dollars to get in, and then two people got into the Super Bowl, snuck into the Super Bowl for free, carrying a ladder. Carrying a ladder, they looked like...
they look like workers.
Yeah, and so security guards, they didn't even give it a second thought. They just looked over, saw two guys walking in with a ladder, assumed they were working, but they just snuck in. Like, that just shows anyone could have done that. Somebody with a gun, a bomb could have just walked in with a ladder and...
It's crazy.
Like,
that's not
and
cool.
think of the impact that would have. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people
Tens of
there,
thousands.
and hundreds of millions of people tuned into this, and
if
they
a
could
bomb
have
went off, oh my god,
that could change so much in the world.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
It wouldn't just affect the U.S., but it would make everyone realize and be a big shock to everyone. Like, it's crazy, the potential, like, things that could happen from that. You know?
Can we just talk about how okay, that was cool that they did it, but how dumb are they for doing that? They could have been so screwed.
If they were caught,
oh my gosh, they would have been tackled. They would have been screwed.
Do you know any? I haven't really looked what happened after, but do you know if anything happened to him from?
I didn't look into it.
Me either. I mean, it's kind of, it's good that they did it in the sense that it showed us how, like, this flaws in security right now, and that we need to improve that. But also at the same time, it's like that's bad. That's, if they were caught, that's really bad on their part. But it's kind of good that they weren't caught to show us
I'm glad
the
they did
potential.
it.
Yeah, it was a wake up call to me in a way.
I bet that won't ever happen again.
No,
that will never happen again.
And so they almost did the world a favor. They did us a favor in that.
They're probably gonna be famous from that.
Oh,
I don't know, like, what's
the videos
happening with
everywhere right now on Twitter.
That's how I saw it.
Me too.
So yeah, if 9/11 did happen during the time that social media is this big, don't you think, like, more stuff probably would have been found?
Yeah.
Like, exposed, probably?
Yes. Now, because after 9/11, then they started putting different detections across the internet and stuff, and the internet has grown. We have social media now. But
Homeland Security
so
has
much of the
gotten so much
detections that are placed in all the security, it's because of 9/11. And it was a tough wake up call, but it was, and I can't imagine there probably would have been other findings if we would have had the same detections and media that we have now.
Yeah, and something could have been worse if, like, say 9/11 didn't happen, and I'm just acting like it's a good thing 9/11 happened. It's not at all.
It's not, but
it's not at all. It's not something to joke about, but, like, it might have been a decent, like, it might not have been a bad thing that happened, just for the fact that, what if that didn't happen, and the population is way bigger today? What if, like, somebody drove a plane into the Super Bowl or something like that? Like,
it could happen.
Something like that could have happened
It
if
really
9/11
could.
never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually think those guys getting into the Super Bowl, sneaking in, that's actually a good thing.
That's another thing. Yeah, I wish that it would have been like that small type of wake-up call 16 and a half years ago, but it was, I don't know, at least we have something else now to show us the improvements that we need to make.
Let's just be thankful that those were just kids. Like, they look like college kids. I remember watching the video. They were just proving that, like, our security's not as good as, like, the government says it is.
That was a
they
good
tell
way
us
to show
we're
us.
safe. All the people in there probably are thinking, I'm safe. The security here is top security. Supposed to be, like, top of the line security. Nope.
And do you think the same type of thing could happen at an airport? Somebody could walk through with a ladder probably, and maybe it's not as easy. They make you walk through metal detectors and stuff there, but I'm sure there are people that put enough time and effort into thinking of how they could possibly sneak in, and somebody might be able to do it. But now we're going to obviously pay more attention to that through the Super Bowl thing.
Speaking of terrorism and, like, threats like this, I actually read a thing today, also on Reddit, that kind of scares me. 77% of applications to get into America, like, right before that ban, were getting accepted. 77% of them. It usually was, like, 20. That's what it, like, my sister actually worked for a refugee center, and she said, like, less than 20% of them get accepted. And they're mainly women and children. But recently, over the recent few months, it was in the 70% of people getting accepted. That scares me because, dude, look what happened to France. Look what happened to Germany. They're letting in tons of refugees. They both had terrorist attacks. Germany had those people run over with the truck, and France also with the truck. France with that shooting, remember?
Yeah.
They've been screwed by these refugees. Let me finish this thought real quick, and then you can go. Then you can go after me. Like, all these people, it's living proof of what's happening when you're letting these refugees in. Like, I'm sorry, no one wants to block innocent people that are like, innocent from coming into the country, and they genuinely need to be saved. But if you don't know, and you can't know, would you let them in? Like, if you have a house in your family, it's your family. You love them and you protect them. You'd protect them for your life. And a few people want to stay at your house, and you have no clue who they are. They look like they are. That's bad. They say that you don't know if they're a criminal or not. Let's say, like, these people staying at your house, like 20% of them could be criminals. Would you let any of them in your house if you knew like 20% of them could be somebody that would hurt your family? Would you let any of those people in your house? No. I mean, I wouldn't. Maybe you're different. I wouldn't let them into my house. So, like, it's living proof in Europe that the refugees coming into these countries, not all of them are good. Yeah, some of them are really good people that are suffering in this country, Syria. It's a mess, and I feel terrible for them. But, like, there needs to be a better option than just letting them into our country. Like,
I think we need more regulations. Like, I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. It's hard to know.
Because they're innocent people.
Because, yeah, and it's so tough. And that's why I conflict with myself all the time back and forth on what I think. Because I don't know. I have part of me that I'm like, I want everyone to have an equal opportunity to live a life where they're not in fear, like where they're not living in fear, a life where they feel secure and safe and can do all that they wish to do. But then at the same time, it's like the potential risk you don't know,
jeopardy of us losing that.
And yeah, and that's why it's so tough. And I go back and forth, and I don't know what to think. Like, I conflict with myself so much on it.
Because they are innocent people, and it's not their fault they were born there. They got unlucky. They're born in probably the worst country on planet Earth right now, Syria. It probably is. Maybe North Korea, I don't know. But the fact that, like, we're so lucky we were born here, dude. We don't have to deal with all that stuff.
Can you imagine, like, living your life, living in constant fear of, like, every day my like what's I don't know. I can't imagine having to live that lifestyle. And that's why I feel so bad, and I don't know what to think, because I know I wouldn't want to be in that position. That's
Well,
not
nobody
not
does,
exactly. And that's why they want a way out. They want to feel safe and secure and live a life without fear and
That's why we all
opportunity.
That's why all these big countries that have the ability to stop this, we should go there to Syria and stop it. Like, we're instead of like them, their people are saying like, people are saying let's let them all in. Why don't we go there and save them there and help them and take out the bad
and
guys?
that's what I really enjoyed. A class that I had last year in high school, it was contemporary history, and we would talk a lot about like what we can do. We'd have discussions all the time, like we'd vote like on opinions, and then we'd have a discussion on how we can change it, what we can do to help them, help ourselves. And going there, like you said, that was discussed.
Easy.
Like it's definitely not easy, but it is a way to like prevent our safety and help them,
because they don't
like,
know who's good or bad when they go there.
Exactly. And
like,
that's
it's hard.
That's what's tough, because we don't know, they also don't know. Like,
yeah, it's sad because these terrorists, these scumbags, ruin it for everybody else.
exactly.
That genuine, honest, nice, good people just like us, literally just like us. There could be like one of them that's there, could be living here, they could be one of your good friends, are there and they're stuck there and they can't leave because of other people that make it bad for them and gives them all the bad reputation just because of a select few that are the bad people. And all these other countries don't want them in because of those bad people. It's not because of them. It's not because these refugees. It's because of the other bad people that ruin it for them. And it sucks for them. I bet it's horrible, dude. Imagine being stuck in that country. You can't leave. You just hope there's other countries that will let you in. And that's what sucks about this. It's so hard of a
yeah. And you showed me something earlier that reminded me, like, a few bad people ruin it for everyone else. And it sucks that that's true, but I mean, it's like it's hard to determine the good from the bad, and unfortunately in many situations, like the few that are doing wrong, like they do put, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They do kind of ruin it for everyone else, and it sucks because it changes opinions and like prevents other people from being able to. I can't express what I'm trying to say right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy though. I'm so glad we don't live there, dude. Like, we could have been born anywhere. We're so lucky we were born in this country, a country where we have every right we need. Like, we have, as much as people say and complain about rights right now under Trump, like, what rights don't you have here? Like, all these people protesting, what has affected you since he's become our president that's changed your rights? Like, are you serious? Like, they're overreacting about it. Like,
I mean, I get, like, people have like different opinions, and like, I don't know. I think that a lot of the protests, they're taking way out of hand, exaggerating, and like a lot of these protests are turning like into destruction of like public things that like, I don't know, it's not doing any good to destroy public things, and just act out and violent acts. Like, that's not getting you anywhere. I get like protests, like silent protests, like standing up for what you believe in, but destroying the goods of everyone else around, that's not getting you anywhere, really.
And it's pissing me off a lot because literally, dude, our current president right now was waving a rainbow flag. He was literally waving a rainbow flag in, like, there's a video of him, and people are still calling him a homophobe. He literally, when he banned these 7 countries from immigration, he said he'll lift the ban if they allow gay rights and LGBT rights. He said that. Yep, he's a homophobe. That's why he did it, because he totally is homophobe, even though he's dude, he's already proven that he's fighting for their rights. He's proven it to them. Why are they still blindly not believing him?
Well,
Like,
and I think a lot of the thing is, like, a lot of people already have it in their head, like, Trump is a bad man, Trump
and they
hates
won't
gays,
change.
Trump hates, he's racist, he's homophobic, like, and people already have that idea in their head that they don't even try to pay attention to the good that he is trying to do in promoting these rights in other places. Like, we have the equal marriage laws here and stuff, and he's trying to promote gender rights, and, like,
Don't you think he's doing a pretty good job at it? Like,
he's trying, but a lot of people don't even tune into
do you think he's a homophobe?
No, I don't think he's a homophobe.
Yeah, because, like, I actually think this is interesting. It's like, it's cool to hear your side opinion, because I'm more of I'd say I'm more of a Trump supporter than you are. So, like, it's cool to hear, like, other sides of like, your perspective on it. And I actually think you have a way, even though you tend to be more I'm trying to think of the word for it, like, I'd say views that are more democratic, would you say?
Yeah.
You understand, even though, like, all these things people are saying bad about him, you understand that a lot of them are not true.
Yeah, see, I read into, like, a lot of different things. I don't just look at what the news is putting across, because the news, they're going to put across, like, their opinions and try to make everyone else see that side. But there's more that isn't being put out there. Like, you got to see both sides, and that's what I try to do. I don't just stick to just specifically what one news source is saying, because if you look at different news sources, they say different things about the same story, and it's just interesting. You got to see different sides of the spectrum, you know?
Yeah, I totally.
That's what I try to do.
I totally agree with you. That's what I try to do. I like to actually go on. When I'm on Reddit, I like to go on the Reddit pages that are more liberal, and I also like to go on the ones that are conservative, because there'll be, like, so a new news thing comes out, like a big headline. You'll go on one and see their opinion, what they're saying about it, and then you can go on to a new page and see what everyone else is saying about it.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
You can see both their views, and then you can process it in your head, and then make your own opinion based off both things.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay, I agree more with this side, or I agree more with this side, and, like, I find myself on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, and that's why.
Ah, shoot! That's not what I meant to say. That's hilarious. Spectrum. No. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. As much as you might think I am.
Political.
Political spectrum.
The political spectrum. See, and that's what I can appreciate with you. Like, you always like, you have your opinions, but you're always open to hearing other people's opinions. You consider other opinions, and you might, like, change a little something about what you think based off of, you're not just completely, like, closed-minded. You're open-minded to other ideas, other opinions, and are accepting of others' beliefs. You're not like, your opinion's wrong, my opinion's right. You can see both sides. You try to understand everything. Yeah,
and I don't know if you know this, dude. We're at about 50 minutes now.
Really?
What did you think we were at? Like, what do you?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe a half an hour.
Yeah, we're almost at 50 minutes. We're like 48 something. Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy, dude. Like, this is going good. Do you have any topics? I think we kind of beat that dead horse for a while there.
We really we started with one topic, and then we just went along with other stuff that wasn't even thought about before.
That's the beauty of podcasts. Like, there'll be, like, one thing that they're
can lead to
focusing
so
on,
many other...
and then, like, something leads to something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Do you have any topics? Because if you don't, I just touched your feet. That was weird.
I had a couple things, but I think actually the couple things that I had kind of went along. They're kind of like subtopics of things that just came up in conversation.
Really?
Yeah. So it's
That's
actually
funny.
pretty interesting. I just had, like, one question that I thought was kind of interesting. That this is actually really true. This says, how come the thought of doing something is much better than actually doing it? Like, so why does hype feel so good?
Hype?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things I make out, like, I'm like,
It's
ooh,
so
I really
true.
want some Taco Bell. I can't wait for Taco Bell. I'm
And then
going to
you
get
get
there.
it.
I'm going to get a quesarito. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. I'm driving there thinking about my quesarito, and I get it, and I'm like, okay. I got my quesarito, but then it's just like it's done.
You eat
And
it.
I built up so much hype for something that like so excited for, and then it was good, but it's like the hype was better than actually doing it, and it's just interesting to me. And reading someone else's thing, they say that like you keep touching my toes on accident. It's kind of funny. But
Okay.
yeah, like our imagination, we create things to be so big and so luxurious and so great, and then we do it, and it's like it's good, but it wasn't as great as the thought of doing it.
Yeah, that is true. I could agree with that because like I get really hyped about like the weekends.
Yes.
And then it's just
Same.
like the weekend and you're like
And then yeah, once
and
it is,
then
it's kind of
almost
like
over
okay.
and you're like wow, that went fast. That was fast.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
always on Thursdays. I'm like, okay, I got one class tomorrow on Friday, and then I'm done. Nothing to worry about. The weekend, and then it's like Saturday, and I'm like, okay, it's the weekend. This is cool, I guess, but it's never like that outstanding, honestly.
I noticed though, I've done it myself. You can fake an emotion and then until it actually hits
Until you believe, yeah.
because like I've been in like not the greatest mood and I'll be like I don't want to be in a bad mood. Why am I in a bad mood? And I'll be like I'm just gonna find something I can be happy about. And I'll like think and I'll be like excuse me. And I'll be like, oh, that's something to be happy about, and I can change my mood if I fake it. You can fake it
If
till
I
you
think
make
hard
it.
enough about like trying to be happy or
There's
like
always
think about
something to
something
be
happy.
happy about.
Yeah, there's not everything is bad. Some people like always negative. Just find something that like you can think of that makes you happy and change your mood. That's what I like. I didn't wake up in the greatest mood. I was down about some other stuff, but then just thinking about something else that made me happy, trying to forget about other things, I actually changed my mood, and I'm in a great mood now.
Like yeah, dude. Like that negative person that you'll see that's always negative, always does. It's not like everything that happens to them is bad. No, they just look at everything bad.
Exactly.
And,
You
like,
gotta.
If anybody can do that. I could make myself have a crappy day today by just like focusing on everything bad. Like,
It's such a stereotypical saying, but like really, you gotta view the glass half full rather than half empty. Because
it's literally how it is. Like there can be really happy people that are way less less better
Exactly.
off than you, and they're happier than you because they look at the better.
yes,
They-
you can't just dwell on all the negative happenings in your life. Be like, oh my gosh, that
Everything
sucks. My
bad
life
happens
sucks.
to me.
Oh yeah, I'm so unlucky. My life sucks. I wish that I had this and this. Like, don't look at what you do have. Look at like the bright side of things, not just like I wish I did this. I wish I had this. I want to just look at the
Yeah.
good side. You know.
I've got a topic on it's about Elon Musk. This dude's an animal. Like he is a freak and he's just doing everything. He's advancing our like overall scientific abilities like so much with the he like changed the market with the autonomous car. Like he's making every other car company do that, but that's not what I'm talking about. He actually has started digging a giant underground tunnel in LA, and him and his engineers they built the drill that they're using, and this drill is 10 times faster than any other drill on the planet. And like this dude's a G. Like what did he do that all these other mining companies just weren't doing? He's like, "Oh, I'm not even a miner. I'm going to build a drill 10 times faster." Like what the heck?
I
This
think it's a
dude's
lot to do with
nuts.
with mindset too. Like if you really want to accomplish something, then like you're gonna work towards accomplishing it.
And this dude's goal, I don't know if you know Elon Musk, like his Mars plan. This dude wants to get us to Mars so bad. And I think he's going to be like the first one to do it. His SpaceX program, he's the founder of like one of the first big commercial space programs. That's new. That's something we're witnessing. There's probably going to be a lot more, but he's the first. And they're working with NASA, and eventually like they're actually, dude, they're working on setting up like a project to go to Mars. Like Elon Musk wants to colonize Mars, and he's making a plan for that, and he says he could do it at $500,000 a person. Like that, you could buy a ticket to go to Mars for $500,000. The sad thing is, it's a one-way ticket. You go to Mars, you're not coming back.
There's talk in my class last year, I think it was. apparently they want to start some reality show like My Life on Mars or something, and like colonizing Mars and making it like a more advanced Earth. And they want to make a reality show out of it apparently, and come out in like 9 years from now. You'd spend all this time in Mars and some reality show. I don't know. I don't know if that would actually happen. But one of my teachers told me about it.
Yeah, I can't think of the word for it, but like he has this whole plan of like I think it's terraforming or tetraform. I don't remember the word, but basically what it means, I can tell you what it means if I don't know the word. They're gonna like basically create an atmosphere on Mars by pumping in like fossil fuels, or I don't remember if it was oxygen or something. I think it was carbon dioxide because it's something very abundant. We don't want to use our oxygen. Pumping it into like into space on Mars, and it won't just float off into space. It'll stay on Mars, and it'll create an atmosphere on Mars because of the gravity on Mars. But the problem is they don't know how strong the gravity is on Mars compared to Earth, or they do, but they don't know how it's going to affect it.
Yeah.
And it's because I think it's, if I remember, it's weaker? Would it be weaker? I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't know.
I
wish I did.
That's horrible. We we talk about all this stuff, but we like don't know about it. People are like, wow, I don't want to listen to these guys. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah, he's going to form an atmosphere basically by pumping it in, and then the gravity will keep it down and it'll build up. And then when there's an atmosphere, they can plant trees, and the trees will turn into carbon dioxide into oxygen. And I think it's just genius. Like, it's so cool that this is something we're probably going to get to witness.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, we're seeing so much. Everyone sees progress in their lifetime, no matter when you were born. If you were born 2,000 years ago,
from
like
when you're born to when here.
Yes, but I feel like we're living in a time
so
where
much progress.
Yes, the progress is
unbelievable,
quicker than it has been before. Things are quickly progressing, so we're getting to see a greater amount of progress in our life, and the typical life is longer now, so we're even seeing more years of progress, and it's just crazy because I'm sure 2,000 years from now it's going to be faster and faster, and they're going to see so much progress. But it's just cool that we're getting to see so much.
And as technology gets faster, the ability to develop more technology faster gets faster.
Yes.
So it's like a exponential growth.
Yes.
And I just think it's awesome, dude.
I'm excited
There's like not
to
a better
see.
time to be alive than like right now. Because we got medicines that can literally like almost cure anything you have. Like people would die from diarrhea back then, and like strep throat would kill you. If you got strep throat or diarrhea, you could freaking die. Like that would never happen now. I could get diarrhea today and be like, oh crap, I had diarrhea.
You're gonna
that
die.
Sucks.
Yeah. Well, do you think in 1,000 years from now they're gonna say that it's the best time to be alive? Like it's
no.
You don't think so?
I don't think, dude. I don't even know what it like. I don't know, honestly. We're getting so far into the future that I don't even know what to think is gonna happen in 50 years. I don't even know.
Yeah, I can't imagine either.
I don't know what the world's gonna be like in 50 years, but we're gonna still be here. Hopefully, hopefully
unless something crazy happens, I should be here.
Yeah. And the reason, back to the tunnel he's building, I don't remember. I'd have to read the whole article to see why he's building it. I'm pretty sure it's just a test, but he's saying in the future, highways are going to be too crowded that we're going to have to build underground roads.
Well, and it's smart that he's thinking of like this progress because the population, it's growing constantly, and like especially where he's starting in like California, LA, there's a lot of people there. There's
way too many
10
people
lane
living
highways there. I thought I've heard about
there. It takes
there,
people 5 hours to get home from work there. Did you know that?
I've heard
5-hour commutes.
And he's thinking of progressing, and that's awesome.
Like it might be normal to be like, take a right onto the road, and then at the light go left into the tunnel, and you'll be out in like 10 miles. It's gonna be crazy. He's building these tunnels already. Yeah. And because it's 10 times faster, he's saying like this is so much more efficient that we might actually be able to build underground highways efficiently.
I've had that thought before of doing that, but obviously I didn't know how to do that, and so I'm excited to see, because I have thought about before, like what if we did have underground highways and stuff, like what would that change? And I'm excited to see it in action, see what's going to happen, what effect that's going to have. I hope that I'm around to see it like here and here or there, what that's gonna do, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. We are almost at an hour. We're gonna be at an hour and 8 seconds. That's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you have anything that you had to say? I had one more topic, but I feel like this topic could lead into like another, like, you know what? Let's just do it. It's about the universal income. The eBay's founder, I don't remember his name. One sec. eBay's founder. Why don't I remember his name? I used to know it. eBay's founder. Okay. Pierre Omidyar. I don't know how to say his name. It's spelled weird, dude. He's like testing what's it called? Universal income and seeing how it works with like a small group of society. It's actually a 12-year program, and it's 6,000 people in Kenya who are getting a universal income. And actually it says 20,000 will receive some form of monthly income for this. And I just wanted to like talk about this because I wanted to know like what your opinion on universal income is, because personally I think it sounds like something that would be cool, but I don't think it'll work whatsoever.
See,
it
I
will
don't
not work.
either, because of course everyone wants to like better themselves, and to better themselves they have to feel like they are better off than others, you know?
Yeah.
And like it gives people something to work towards. And I mean, sure, it sounds great to have like universal income, everyone like feeling equal, but at the same time that's taking motivation away from people that want to go beyond what others have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. Like I like the idea of having something to work for, trying to better myself, but if I'm being put at the same level, like what, I kind of lose my motivation.
Yeah,
you know?
It's kind of like the analogy, like, so say there's a class like 20 people, and like 10 of those kids get A's, and 10 of those kids are failing, and that teacher's like, hey, it's not fair. These kids are failing. It's not fair. But really, these kids are lazy and they're not trying.
Yeah.
And those kids that have A's are probably busting their ass.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher would be like, this would be like the same thing as universal income. The teacher would be like, hey, these kids that getting F's, that's not fair. They can't be failing. We're gonna average both your grades out. So both you guys, instead of you guys getting an A and an F, maybe you guys will both get like what, C?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will all get C's, and that's a poor grade. And those people that get A's are gonna be like, why would I work if I'm gonna get a C anyways? And the people that get F's are gonna be like, why would I work if I'm gonna get a C? It's like literally the same thing.
And that's the thing, like,
and
why would people go to college if they're gonna make the same amount if they go to college as somebody that didn't go to college?
Why would they go to college?
It loses, like, it's naturally you're gonna go try to do something better, like you want to work towards something to better yourself. But if you're not getting anything out of that, if you're gonna spend 5 years taking all these classes when you could be working, earning money, like why would you, you know?
Yeah.
You lose all that.
Like, if I could either go work an 8 to 5 job at McDonald's and get paid the same as somebody sitting on their ass or jerking off all day, then why would I work if I could just go back and jerk off?
Exactly.
But no, like, realistically though, like why would you work if you got
point.
Paid the same thing to not work?
Exactly.
So it doesn't work. Universal income,
that does not work.
It's a good idea.
It sounds good for some.
Prove to me a way
aspects
that it would work, and maybe I'd believe it if you could prove to me a way it worked. But I don't think it will, because it's just because of how people are. It's not because any other reason other than because how people are.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about like incentives. If you did that, like a universal income, no one would have the incentive to work. Like, because they all get paid the same.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
you need something to work towards. You need to set goals.
I guess, yeah. Universal income, like what he's talking about, it's not everybody getting paid the same. It's just the poor people getting a little extra boost to help them. But that's not, like, why should they get that, though? Because I know there's some poor people that do bust really, like, they work really hard. They have 5 kids and they're just trying to provide for their family, and they could use some extra money.
And that's the ones that
But there's also some people that are just lazy,
Mhm.
and they work at McDonald's because they don't want to do anything else
That's
other than
going
work
back
an easy
to
job.
like the few bad ones ruining it for like the ones that are
actually
trying.
need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's why it's so hard, and I conflict all the time like because I do want everyone to have the opportunity to be successful, to like live a life that they want to live, but then it's hard to do that. I don't know, I go
Yeah.
back and forth. It's hard.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to say? Because I think we got a pretty good going. I think we can end it soon.
I think so.
I just wanted to say, like, I think it would be cool if when we're having like some of these political talks, kind of like this episode, if we had like a third opinion, like a more opinion that is not like mine, to be on our podcast. Somebody like almost like I could argue with, like, because that'd be cool. It'd be like almost more entertaining because you would have somebody else's view, and like I could see us going back and forth, and like so it'd be cool to have like a third person on like as a guest sometime for an episode like this. I think this is a pretty good episode. I think this was our best one yet, dude.
I think so too. Things flowed good.
Yeah. This is a good episode. Thank you for listening, guys. If anybody made it to the end, that is awesome. Comment that you made it to the end, because that'd be sweet. Like, that would be so cool if just one person listened.
That'd probably
this whole day.
make my day.
If one person wanted to listen to us talk for an hour, that like us, like why would they want to do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Nate, you want to say anything?
Just same thing that you said. Thanks for listening. I appreciate people listening to just me talking, sitting here having a conversation. But yeah, thank you. There'll be more conversations to be heard if you're interested.
Yeah, thank you for listening, guys. This has been The Scoop, episode 5. Thank you for listening. It was like 5 times. Okay, see ya.
Bye.